President Joe Biden is set to appoint the new chair of the Federal Reserve in the coming days as Jerome Powell's term comes to an end in February. And we've seen talk in recent weeks about Lael Brainard being high up in the running for the job. Joining me today is Justin McQueen, strategist at DailyFX, to have a look at what impact this decision may have on the markets. Now, Justin, Powell is up for re-election, and it's quite common to see the incumbent being re-elected for the top job. But we've seen before where a new chair has come in with a new president. Donald Trump chose Powell over Yellen in 2017. I think the key question is, are we expected to see policy continuity no matter who comes into the job?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the state of play. The Federal Reserve are in an uncertain position over the past 12 months, given inflation. Of course, now they've stuck to that inflation being transitory mantra. However, of course, given what we've been seeing in the latest inflation reading, 6.2%, the most recent reading, it's sort of, you're seeing that transitory sort of notion being diminished by the months go on. And ultimately, for the Federal Reserve, whoever is in charge, it won't actually change the outlook. Ultimately, they will have to start looking at, well, they're currently doing tapering now, we'll have to start looking at rate hikes towards 2022.
Yeah, I mean, we have heard that Brainard is a little bit maybe less hawkish, if you want, or might be willing to push back on interest rates more than what Powell is, at least. Do you think we see a change in the schedule for rate hikes if she were to be chosen for the top job, or do you think that's pretty much set in stone going into next year?
Well, I think given the fact that the betting markets are pretty much, say, 60-40 and now gone back to about 60-30 in favour of Powell, I think the initial perception would be the fact that Brainard is somewhat more dovish than Powell. So therefore, you'd probably expect to see a bit of a knee-jerk reaction, a bit of dollar softness, gold pushing higher, and of course, rates also moving lower as well. However, I do think that's just only going to be a knee-jerk, and ultimately, given the fact that I feel that if it was Brainard or Powell at the helm, ultimately policy won't change, so I'd expect to see a bit of a reversal of that move.
Yep, so if we look at a quick chart quickly, I think you've read a gold chart or dollar chart. As you said, probably just a knee-jerk reaction, but are we expecting to see any levels if there is a change in the chair? Or if Powell continues, do you think everything will just be smooth sailing from here on?
Well, I think the interesting thing with gold at the moment and what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks is after we've had a bit more increased talk with Brainard coming into the picture, of course, Brainard met with Joe Biden regarding the role of presidency at the Federal Reserve. We saw a push higher in gold, and we've broken above this resistance that had been in play pretty much throughout the summer, 1830. We've held above that, and we're now currently testing this sort of this area of resistance in between 1865 to 75. For me, if Brainard was to be confirmed, then I would expect a move to gold in roughly around about the sort of 1920 region. But like I said, in terms of major FX markets, equity markets, I think the initial sort of reaction will be faded rather quickly. But again, in terms of my level for the top side, I'll be looking out for 1920 for gold.
For more videos from us here at IGTV, join us on Twitter at IGCom, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.